I cannot wait to be consumed and enjoyed by a hungry patron.
Ah, just in time.
Oh, dear Neptune.
Mr. Squidward, open the damn door!
Make me fast.
Helicopter, helicopter!
Helicopter, helicopter! Helicopter, helicopter!
Be here all night. Do you want to order pizza, man?
Yeah, sure, man. Oh, yeah! Did somebody say pizza?
Let me go! Hey, what about my Miranda rights? You're supposed to say I have the right to remain silent. Nobody said I have the right to remain silent.
Donkey, you have the right to remain silent. What you lack is the capacity.
Are you ready to have a sleepover?
Yeah!
Alright, let's eat all this caffeine. Bro, that was for all of us.
Oh my god, bro, she's so bad.
Bro, that's a car.
Bro, let's call some baddies.
Sup, shorty? You fine as hell.
Mario?
Bro, this dude fell asleep.
Aw, shit. Gotta kiss him goodnight.
Remember, more espresso, less depresso.
I'm still depressed, but now I'm fast.
The lunch rush was supposed to end 2 hours ago. What the hell is going on?
Fucking pizza crust.
Hi! My name's Markiplier, and I'm here to teach you how to smash a bottle against your head. First, empty bottle. Then, smash! Ah!
What? Oh, you want us to put the hurt on you? I think he wants me to put the hurt on him.
I think he wants you to put the hurt on him.
You think he wants me to put the hurt on him?
Yes, I do.
The temptations have been completely cured. Wonderful.
Hey there, Mr. Krabs.
I cannot resist it anymore. I need some hot action. Oh, yeah.